Yo, what's up, you two? How's it moving? Guys, today's gonna be dangerously low court, if you couldn't tell by the title. Let me get into the Discord and at everybody, because I'm evil. Where's the stream tab? Actually, I'll put in the bot yap tab because I am a bot. We're gonna at stream notifications. Uh, suspiciously pin-shaped grackle. I think that's a good notification. You guys agree? And then I'm also gonna link twitchtv.com slash you spell suspiciously. I think I'm messing this up. There we go. Splendid. Watching an AI ad about garlic right now. Oh, heck yeah. Can you give me some? You disable the stream notification bot? I did. The cooldown, the slow mode wasn't working on it, which was a bit upsetting. It's probably just because I'm stupid, but I just banned it for now, and I'll do it later. Or I could just make my own bot. Either or. We'll see. I'm going to reset the Twitch chat thing real quick. I want to test something. Restart combo chat. Yes, please. Combo chat has been restarted. We're loading everything. There are so many better bots. I looked at the bot that you guys were using as well. Yeah, we'll see. I got a warning that this stream was for mature audiences. Yeah, I forgot to turn it on. Are you cussing? Maybe, perhaps. Today's gonna be quite a chill day though. I'm quite sleep deprived and just generally exhausted from dealing with the likes of spicy bagels. Let's see if the new chat refresh will work. Let's see if this will work. I apologize this is not working right now. We're gonna refresh chat real quick. You're exhausted too? Why are you exhausted? Have you been getting sleep? Have you been eating and drinking well? Not the government. I forgot your Lobo 42. We're gonna go in chat. We're gonna take Waga and see if that works. Oh my gosh, guys. And then we're gonna go over here and we're gonna take Aga, and then we're gonna see if that works. Holy moly. The Waga and the Aga. That's pretty damn cool. Spent like 2 hours on an ink edit and I have no progress. Well, Riptide55, I'm sorry to hear. But hey, you're making edits and stuff. That's very fun. Hello, everybody. I forgot stream just started. Let's do an exclamation point marker. What is it called? This is gonna be a warm up. Finally, it's drawing time. What's up, Pure S? How are you going? I saw you updated your website today. I haven't looked at it though. Guys, why am I so dark? I'm sorry about that. I guess I'm dark today. I'm tired. That's just how it. I'm telling you guys how it is. And we're gonna take it easy today. I think this is the right button. One of the buttons. I think this is the button. Yeah, there we go. And it's just him singing without him knowing. What is it? You can I forgot there's the clip of me doing the soundle. And but like I'm humming, but like on YouTube you couldn't hear anything and nobody informed me of this. I knew in hindsight that that's what was happening, but I didn't realize it would be so silly sounding. But yeah, guys, I'm tired for a variety of reasons. I have a couple of art philosophy topics. Kind of some are just kind of like human topics for today. You know, the pains and the stresses of being a human. I think we're all pretty privy to those. Sadly, apparently, Gizma will not be joining us today. Gizma, if you're watching this somehow in some way in the future, I hope you're enjoying the wedding that you said you would attend. Hopefully. Pyrrhus, how's your day going? Same thing to everybody. I'm not sure if I've gotten a full, detailed, itemized explanation of everyone's day. Share than PC gaming, mon ami. What are you going to be PC gaming with today, Mr. Spicy? What's on the agenda? You guys are playing a stressful amount of Marvel Rivals. I will not lie; it's a bit concerning. New Marvel 5. Oh, did that come out today, or was there a new update, or how's that going? Think finish the art gallery unless you find bugs. Heck yeah, that's awesome to hear. New game is Who is We? I said we in there. I forgot. I always say we or y'all. I always say we just generally. You get my point. I just gotta get to grow up to a great streamer. Who is this great streamer? Feel free to shout them out. Not the best ellipses today, but that's okay. Let's do an organic form today. I'm feeling organic for me. Make sure I'm scrolled down. Sometimes my chat doesn't auto-scroll fully when it's emotes. Organic form time. I think it's good to see that the name replacement is still holding up. Apparently Lobo had a funny reaction to it yesterday. I just forgot to repost the screenshot. Wait, I should have made his name Spicy Burger. Those who know. Losing all the gifted subs is the best emotes. Very sad. Ah. I'm not going to say too much because I'm not sure how set in stone it is. But there's a possibility the Kavel Dles channel will be acquiring a new emote just for us. It's not going to be a 7TV one. It's just for us, but we'll see. I'm not gonna say it's confirmed or anything yet, and it may take a bit, but there's things in the works. Things are happening. That's how we like it here. We like it a little bit quiet. Put your heads down, you know. No need to announce every iteration, every surprise, even though I did that yesterday with the 2 new characters I'm working on, but hey. Ooh, should we get some Brazilian bossa nova and stuff in here? This song's kind of giving me that. By the way, offer still stands that I would draw some more emotes if you wanted. Huge, thank you, thank you. Hold off just for now. Don't worry, I understand that offer exists, but there are things in the works that I may not be privy to say yet. Real G's move in silence like lasagna. That's like the quote of my life. The quote I try to live by. Am I good about living by it? Not necessarily, but guys, I need to fix my sleep schedule. Like I get in bed at like 11, but then I don't fall asleep till like 1 a.m. and then I wake up at 7, right? And sure, that's not horrible, but if you keep repeating that, it gets pretty nasty. Okay, what should we do right here? Is this a prototypical? What's an exercise that I could always use a little bit more work on? I guess I could do some more organic forms. What's the sleep schedule? Sleep schedule is where you maintain a habit of attempting to achieve homeostasis with your sleep rhythm, your circadian rhythm. So you could do justice to your health and live a longer and greater life. I don't know you, but I kind of, with this heat, it's and a fan, it's blasted, it's kind of hard to maintain sleep. Ooh, yeah, it's like pulling you out of your rim and stuff. I'm sorry to hear. How can I want to just turn off notifications on Discord. I just do not want to see them. I have do not disturb. I guess I'll just close Discord during stream. I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not. I just, like if something goes nuclear, I kind of want it open. I'll keep it open on my phone. Fuck you, Discord. Discord's spiking my court. Discord.exe, I'm going to right click you and hit end task. Streamer mode. Does streamer mode do that? I'm gonna be real. I completely forgot about streamer mode. I haven't used that in a minute. Should we also blast the light a little bit? A little bit dark. I am. There we go. I believe so. Oh, well, now Discord is closed. I've been a real believer in just turning off all my notifications recently. I'm gonna go into a bit of a spiel while we do some more of this warm up. We're gonna do stacking boxes instead. At least it'll sound very like almost Machiavellian at first glance. But I believe people only interact with you or come to you when they want something, right? And you're like, Kavel, that sounds like so cynical. And I would argue that it's not. And in fact, it's actually almost romantic in some ways. But like, you know, people really only DM me when they want something. Now, what is wanting something? Is it usually critique? Yes. Is it more often so attention? Yes. And I don't mean these in bad ways, like these are bad people, but it's very rare that someone comes to me and they're like, I just want to interact with you. I want um by sake of interacting with you, because the facet of interacting itself is valuable to me. But that's rare, right? And going to like Aristotle, that's rarely where we get the virtue friendships as opposed to the pleasure and utility friendships, right? Um, and that's not true, right? How do you argue against it, right? Someone chooses and acts a want to interact with you, right? Um, I would disagree, but then again, I can't speak for other people. Like the only other way is like you are forced to interact with someone, but guess what? You're forced by virtue of you wanting to not receive the punishment, right? Like the punishment of not doing that. Um, so I mean, in my case, most people reach out to me for something that they wanted. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Sometimes people, hey, Saturn, how's it? Oh, over on YouTube. Heck yeah. Red team. Sometimes, once again, people just want to interact with you for the sake of interacting with you, and that's kind of the most meaningful thing to me, right? But my most of my interactions, at least on the internet as of recent, have been very, hey, critique my work. Hey, look at the thing I did. Hey, this, hey, that. And very not, hey, how are you doing? Right? Or things like that. And this isn't a cry for help at all. I'm very blessed to have friends who do check up on me. I just think with me introducing myself to new art communities, it has been a lot more of those, I guess superficial isn't totally the right word, but one-sided interactions where I'm more of a means to an end of gaining something for someone other than, those kind of virtue friendships that I mentioned, which sucks. And I think a big cause of this is I've begun like offering critique and stuff for people, but some kind of I'm not sure. I'm not sure how and this is why I've recently come to the conclusion that I'll never be a great teacher, or at least it's going to take a lot of personal work for me to become a good teacher. Is I grew up in an atmosphere, specifically with engineering, where like if you can't do a thing, you're kicked out, right? If you can't repair something fast enough, you're kicked out of pit team, right? If you can't make this on time, you're kicked out of this team, right? This to me emphasizes wanting, but a lot of the time I'll reach out to someone because I want to check up on them or want to make the end. That's exactly what I'm saying, right? But not to say it is literally what I'm because you care. You want to reach out to them because you care. It's a want, right? It's a desire, right? Just some are more virtuous than others because it's for the sake of the other, right? I feel like we're speaking the same language. It's just when you hear it, right? And that's what I warned at the very beginning of this conversation. Is when you hear it first, you're like, oh, this sounds really cynical, right? But it's true. You want to check up on them. It's a want. You're fulfilling a desire. And that's why I also brought up the three kind of friendships, right? I'm not saying like Aristotle hit the nail perfectly on the head there, but if it's not a damn good framework of outlining friendship, then I don't know what it is. But yeah, right? Now, would it be nice if all of them were those kind of like virtue interactions? Yeah, but we don't get that. Everything can be phrased as a one. Technically, no, very, not even just technically. Yeah, that is. It's okay to admit that I'm right. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so the reason I don't think I could be a good teacher is because I was brought up in these engineering atmospheres, and if it's kind of do or die, and so I'm not very used to like the hey, do it in your own time, right? This very slow, very right. It's in a good way. Kind of development towards something. But part of the teacher student, I guess, kind of paradigm is I'm now like responding to most of my messages being about um and like most of my time, therefore, right, is dedicated towards critique or things like that. And I wouldn't say there's no reward because of course I want to help these people, right? I want to give them my 2 cents. Not that it's extremely valuable, right? I'm very much a beginner artist in my own mind still. But there are at times things I see where I'm like, oh yeah, you can make improvements in X, Y, and Z. Um, But beyond that, right? It's just like, oh yeah, a lot of these conversations will be under that regard. So yeah, largely speaking, I can't probably be a good teacher anytime soon. Because one, I'm not kind of used to this method, this paradigm of teaching, right? Like I'm used to my understanding of learning has always been you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink it. But others, have kind of shown me that like you need to keep leading the horse to water, right? Um, and I'm not good at that. And then the other sense of, you feel kind of like a robot. Critique, critique, critique. But it has taught me the I'm kind of glad the value of just turning my phone on do not disturb at times. Messages will happen when they happen. And also, Riptide, I don't know what you're saying nuh-uh about. I think I was truthing relatively hard right there. This exercise always gets me when it comes to the shifting the degrees because I don't know uh how boxes relate like plane to plane contact. That you're always right. That once truthing. That wasn't truthing. I didn't say did I say always right or just that you could admit that I'm right? Do we need to get a rewind? TS block, pull that up. I would say TS block is my Jamie, but I don't want to be associated with Joe Rogan, I don't think. Either way. No, I think for the former way, because yeah, I'd be saying some bullshit most of the time. But for that former one, I think there's room for me to be correct in that instance. I mean, you're free to disagree, right? But you did follow it up by saying, "Well, I want to check in on people," right? My goals for today. Oh yeah, everybody, I did mining off camera. I fixed up the orthos from last night, which was actually relatively peaceful. So we're gonna be continuing that today. I think we're actually gonna start the construction of the box today. I think. Because I don't know what other planes we would need. I think we have everything, and the boxes themselves look relatively easy to do, or the orthos on those boxes. Of course, there's wicked problems and there's stuff we're gonna encounter on there that we aren't ready for, but that's kind of the nature of the beast when it comes to learning, right? Oh goodness. Making sure nothing on Discord has gone nuclear. Now that I haven't muted, I'm actually kind of like even more worried about checking it. Like the stream's gone down or something crazy has happened. Feel like I'm disobeying the Y method by doing this, so we're gonna bring it out like that. We're gonna start getting very foreshortened soon, especially if this one's taller. Ay, 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 should have started from the center. I really need to fix that glitch. I don't know how it's happening. I guess I'll just exchange which thing isn't. Man, I can't wait to add my warm-up. I'm so tired of using the Windows timer. Do you strictly time your warm-ups? I've always been kind of willy-nilly about them. Yes, once it jingles, I end. Interesting. I guess I'm too flaky for it. Ooh. That was a pretty horrible ellipse. We need to keep more ellipses in these, I guess. Yeah, that degree should have been much higher. Oops. Okay, we'll end it here for the warm-up. Good stuff. Tossed and jumbled some boxes around and all that. So, yeah, let's see. Exclamation point. Marker for lesson 6. Let me double check my marker system's actually up and running. Oh. Uh-oh. Where's Grackbot? Grackbot, come back. Are we not running Grack? Oh no, Grackbot wasn't running. Did Grackbot die or something? Oh man. Well, time to go back into the VOD later. There we go. Cool. I'm gonna take a sip of water. We're gonna reset our timer as well. There we go. Second. I would be happy if we could have our box ready today. I guess we should spend some time just verifying. That we have everything that we need, I guess. I went back. Oh wait, I didn't do. Actually, I did. I did a lot of mining on camera last night. Off camera. Jeez. So yeah, here's the new ortho. Everything is practically laid out, I think. Or maybe impractically, depending on who's asking. Let me get the iconic sticky note out as well. Those are very important. I use Statler ballpoint pens, and those can be a little bit finicky to say the least. But they have a very small size, and that's why I like them for this. And when they get a little bit drier, it's actually much nicer because then you can really reinforce and make lines darker and stuff, which I kind of worry that I'm doing wrong because, you know, Uncomfortable says in lesson 6 that you're not supposed to go back and clean up lines. I'm not sure where the divide between cleaning up lines and adding more line weight is, so who knows. But yeah, I think this has a little bit of everything that we need. When we do the actual box, we're going to be changing this up by quite a bit. But yeah, because like I don't think, looking at our stuff here, these are like the main documents that we use for everything. These 3. Oh, technically 4, I guess. This is the older one actually. I don't like this one as much. The only part that may be a bit weird, we're not projecting through, is I don't think I did anything for the 41/64ths. That's going to be right next to the 5/8, so we go half that 5/8. Oh no, I did. So we can project that through. Oh yeah, because I did it up there because we are going to drop a point for that. So technically speaking, I should have done the 11/16ths up here. Let's see if I did. Let's see, 1/2, 3/4, 5/8. 5/8 is close to 10/16 to 11/16. I did. Awesome. Okay. Shout out Kavel last night. I was kind of stressing over this. I kept like getting hella distracted once again because of Discord. So I've been okay, I'm gonna replug you in or something. I don't know what's up with you, camera, but something's up. Cool. Ooh. Let's how's the audio going? I think we're gonna do a bit of a louder music stream if you guys are okay with that. Just by virtue of me being a bit more tired and wanting to focus up a little bit. So we're gonna turn that up. If it's too loud, let me know. And we can turn it down. Yeah, I think it's box time. So we know that our ratio for the box is 1/5/30, right? 2/5/30. My apologies. And you're like, Cavill, that's a pretty absurd way of doing this, and I agree. But I have a plan, Arthur. When it comes to making boxes, we have a couple of geometric tricks that can help us out. Do we not have a fresh piece of paper? I don't. Here, I'll be right back. Wait, no, I should. I got like a whole stack of it yesterday. This should be it right here. There it is. Nope, that's not it. I've already gone through it. Oh my gosh. These are all like warm-up papers over here. Here, give me a second. So, whenever we have our y method, we know that if the angles between part of the y, I can do this on a piece of scrap paper, I guess. Whenever we have our y method for a box, if these angles right here are the same, then this ratio and this ratio will hold. So if this line on the page is 2 inches and this is 1 inches, then the box will have a 2-to-1 ratio on this plane. For this part, I think it also applies. Oh, and assuming that they have the same VP, but you can do this by making sure that this makes a square up here, right, through the halfway mark. As for this, I guess the same rule applies down here, but that means we're like reaching an isometric kind of type beat. So you just gotta be careful of that, right? But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it worked. I can't remember the math we did last time, but that's like generally speaking the kind of philosophy I use. I'm not sure about that second part. The first part, I'm pretty sure I checked the math and it worked out, but I think Riptide 55, I think Riptide 56 is hiding from you to avoid what's coming. Wow, that was my instinct to open up Discord to make sure nothing nuclear was going on. And guys, guess what? Nothing nuclear is going on. Cool. Also, we're sitting in the office chair today because my back was hurting. Maybe it was I messed something up in the gym. Who knows? Okay, time for the scariest part. And we're going to be using a lot of rulers today to try to help ourselves plot this correctly. I guess we'll I should have scanned this. Here, I'm going to scan this real quick before we mess with it. Because I have a habit of messing with the paper. So we're just going to do this really quickly. Hopefully this doesn't break the stream. I feel like, I don't know. The scanner is a little bit silly at times, and it could like nuke everything on accident. I wonder how loud it is going to be on my mic. It can get like really loud. So what are you doing? Let's make sure we're not spamming. What is that? Is that Squidward? Oh my goodness. Is it gonna get loud? Let's see. Let's see if the mic picks it up. It's not, but it's gonna get louder again. Or is it done? No, it's just like, who knows? Cool, cool. Now we have a scan, so we don't have to worry about it too much. Now we could trash everything. Cool, cool. Oh yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going insane. The amount of people that I've heard, maybe it's just once again because I'm on Discord more than usual. Um, the amount of people I've heard recently say I need to study more is making my brain explode. I don't think it's any fault of their own. It's just like I've heard it so much. Why does everyone need to study right now? What makes us all think that? Maybe it's because it's the end of art fight. However, like a lot of the people I'm hearing it from didn't even do art fight. What is this causing this? Yeah, a study like for art generally. They're like, "Oh, I need to study up on this. I need to study." And like I'm hearing so many people say it. What are we studying for? The exams? The art exam? When is that happening? Maybe it's just that time of year. It's making me tired hearing it. But why now exactly? That's my question. I guess maybe it's the end of art fight and everyone's kind of realized how much they need to work on. But like I said, it's not all just art fight people. So who knows? I'm gonna get another sip of water. I'm a bit dehydrated. Yummy. Dude, whoever's inventing water, or whoever invented, I guess whoever's inventing water, what is it, Nesquik? Who was the company that like stole water from Africa and like Central America, South America? Cool, cool. So yeah, like I said, the perspective we'll be creating this in will be like this. Let's make sure we're using the right side of the ruler because the ink rubs off on the other side. Ooh, I like it, Kavel. You like what? So we want a 2:5 ratio between these. And we want to make a square. Actually, wait. Do we need the same angle? Your idea. My idea. Of what? Drawing it like this? Like in this perspective? Or like, I'm sorry if I'm not remembering what the topic was before that. I'm trying to remember. The 2:5 ratio is, oh wait, no, it's did I do my math wrong for that? 2:5 doesn't sound right. 2:5:30. Oh, it does. Okay, it does make sense. Because it was 5 times 6. We're gonna need the calculator out for this one, though. I can definitely tell. As for what it is, why would we need the same angle? Because if the angle increases, that means we're not looking at the box straight down. But I don't see why that would affect the perspective, the ratio of them, right? Oh, it just makes it easier to form the square, though. Yeah, it makes it very easy because then not only will the angles be similar, but the wait, no, because if it's at an angle, then I'm not entirely sure. But we're just gonna go for it. I learned this lesson, was it with the Febreze or the air freshener thing? Who knows? But hey, if we didn't absorb it then that means we need to learn it again. So call this spaced repetition, man. So we're gonna be making a box with a 5x2 face. How much room do we have to work with here? We could literally do 5x2, but that means this is 30, which means we would need 30 inches, which is not happening, right? So we need to find some ratio that'll make us happy. I'd say if we occupied all this space up here, we have about 8 inches to work with. So let me pull up the ratio calculator because I'm just tired and I'm not doing all this in my head. Ratio calculator. So if we have a 5:30 ratio and the 30 is 8, then we're looking for 1 1/3. Oh god, sixes always mess with. We always end up with thirds, which is closest to maybe 1 1/4 and a 32nd. Or no, sorry, a quarter and an eighth. That's a little bit over. What about a 16th? That's 0.0625 plus 0.25. So yeah, it's what, 4/16 plus 1/16, 5/16. So it'd be 1 inch and 5/16, and then we have to halve that. So that means we need to really foreshorten this stuff. So it doesn't really matter. Well, it does matter because if we really foreshorten it, then it'll start looking like an issue on the page. So if we doubled it up here, because that's assuming we have similar VPs. So what if I just started with the plane on top and then worried about the length later, even though the length is a big factor of it? Not entirely opposed to the idea. Let's see, we're going for a 2:5 ratio right here. I don't get too close to the top of the page because we have to remember that we need room for everything. So if we had like a parallel line from this edge to over here, we'd like for it to fit on the page because we don't want it too foreshortened. So this up to here would probably fit. Probably. Let's see, 1 to 3.25. That's actually it's more than double our original one, but it could still work if we foreshorten it enough. Now the rate at which we foreshorten it, we could still make work. It would just be some really gross math, but we can make it work. So I'm down. We're fond of gross math here. However, I would like for these to have similar VPs. So if our longest edge is this, which is 1 3/4. Let me open up the mathratios.php again. It's a very helpful website. Thank you, Calculator Soup. You've been there since literally middle school, I think. And you've saved me. We have a 2:5 ratio, and the 2 is 1.75. And we're looking for a 4 inches. So we probably have to tone it down a little bit, because if we wanted to work with the 3 that we have, specifically the 3 1/4, we'd be working with 1.3 instead, which is actually not too bad. That'd be right here-ish. And I'm actually okay with that, so let's rock with that. We're going to lock these in. Let's double check that that's 1.3. Even though it doesn't have to be exact. Let's see. That's 1.25. That'd be 1 point right here. Oh, Cloudflare just emailed me. This isn't good. I'm invited to Cloudflare Connect. What? In Moscone West, San Francisco, plus $100 off. Guys, I know where I'm going. Okay. So I like to get a square going here. So that means we're going to go to 1 and 5/16 over here. And I would like to make a square. This is so small, it actually kind of helps us. Dude, we're Cloudflare bros. Want to meet up in Moscone, San Francisco? Wait, did that say San Francisco? Moscone West. I guess maybe that's a building or like a place then in San Fran. I don't know SF that well. I just really I kind of worded it. I kind of phrased it as if it were like a state or something. I've been putting a lot of effort into designing some of my new characters. I'm taking a lot of inspiration from comics, like the ones Nagabe has made and stuff like that. But it has turned my Pinterest into such an issue. Oh, I see what's happening here. Oops. There's another artist that I've picked up that I really like. I can't remember their name because I'm fake. It's like Naofumi or something. I really like them as well. Specifically how they do their faces. I have a lot to learn from these individuals, but I'm a little bit more focused on just kind of drawing how I'm drawing now, and I'll go study. I really need to study later. Something seems off. Like, this doesn't seem like it's the same length as the other, and that's what's bothering me the most. One, two, five. That's 1 and 5/16. Oh yeah, I guess it makes sense that they would be equal. 1 and 5/16. Okay, I'm tripping. Off the beat, kinda. So how does that help us? Oh wait, that's not how I did it originally. The way I did it originally is I picked a VP for somewhere, and then I made a square, something that looks like a square, and then chose the other VP. That's what I was doing. Because I was going to say, like, this seems a little bit redundant for what I want. Do I still do it here? Because if I choose the VP for over here, Because right now, like I said, oh, and that was kind of the discovery I made. If the angle is equal, then they move down at the same rate. But over here, if the angle isn't equal, which it probably won't be because I need... Actually, well, going diagonally would actually give me more room. It just makes the whole thing a bit lopsided, but I'm not really too bothered by that. How many inches do we have to work with here? We have 9 now, so that's not too shabby. So let's just rock with this, and then if we're wrong, we're wrong, right? Because like we can kind of use this for scale, the way I'm looking at it. So we're going to get really foreshortened in the back. Especially with how large this is right here. So maybe I made a mistake. So yeah, now, if I move this VP closer, which I will, we can just plot it right here and then project the line the other way. And that's where our new VP is. Yeah. I think. We'll see. Let's see. I don't need to move it in a ton. But we do want to move it in to help that one over there. Oh, wait, but these are... Yeah, we're fine. We can literally do whatever we want right here. It may hurt us a little bit later down the line, but I think we'll be okay. So if that's where I want this edge to be, we have this line where I plotted that. Now we can go over here and in the same square. And that's a square also happens to be the length of this one, so that's just a point we travel through, which means our VP is established. And we can actually measure... Oh yeah, I forgot I used to do this. We can measure to the VP. Don't tell me it's the full length of this, though. Uh-oh. Practically is. This is 18 inches, and we're using 17 of them. The kind of litmus I used to use was... right down here. This was 17 inches. This is 16 and a half inches. And then this VP is going to be crazy. It's going to be off the page, definitely. But, oh, no. It's going to be really close because we're foreshortening a lot. Yipes. Anyways, now all we have to do is go to 16.5. Plot where we think next VP will be. There's my extendo. So my guess was pretty right. Now we plot, execute. This is worryingly going a little bit faster than I expected. So I'm pretty sure there's something I failed to consider with the next step. That's okay. Cool. Okay, so this part, I mean, it's literally make it as long as possible, and then we could do the square technique. This would be 2 to 30, which would be 1 to 15, but honestly, the math is all the kind of the same, right? It's just how ugly will the decimals look, but we're rounding, right? So it's fine. I will line it up with the center of these two. There will probably be a benefit there for future Kavel, and future Kavel needs to get all he can take, so this is going to be 9 inches. Ay. Why is my shit glitching, bro? Okay, and we're gonna have to get crazy for shortened here. So if we have a 1 to 15 ratio, and we currently have a side that is 1, 3, 3. What was it? I can just measure it again, I guess. 1 and 5/16. 1, 3, 1, 2, 5. It's 20 inches, and we're at 9. Or it's 1.6875. 19.6875 divided by I don't know, it shouldn't be divided by whatever. That's 220% larger, 221. Or 220.1. 222.1. So we're going over double what it should be. And this was the question I was asking last time. Is if we're supposed to, okay, I see another way of approaching this. We just have to divide this line into 15ths. So it's going to be 9 divided by 15.6. And since we already have a VP established over here, we just have to find the 0.6 inch mark, which is closest to, let's see, 0.5 plus 0.125, or we can do, yeah, I mean, 0.125 is probably the best. We don't need to be crazy accurate here. So we're going to do 5 and an eighth. This has to be square. Oh no. And that's like with extra room, man. Yeah, you get into distortion levels there. There's no way of doing that easily. How am I going to do this? Oh. Do we have to make a square specifically with this one? No. We instead have to find a VP where it looks like it gets divvied up into squares. So that is an incorrect methodology, and I think we fell for that one time. That's what caused like a big redo once. Yeah, because trying to form a square like that is incorrect. Instead, what we'd have to do is pick a VP, then subdivide, right? And that means we'd have to probably subdivide to the 16th and hope that. Looks like a nightmare if it takes this long to draw a box in the first place. You don't have to do it this way. You can literally just draw a box off of vibes. I'm just neurotic. I'm just really thinking of the math behind it, but if you want to be just like, oh yeah, this feels like 2 by 30 by, if you're even caring about ratios in the first place, which I think there to some degree you probably should, then yeah. But otherwise, don't sweat it. So that means we need to do like this. And plus, you're going to a Kavel stream and saying this long to do something, brother. I'm one of the slowest, most indecisive people on the planet. Don't stress it. That paper is gonna fall down. Nice. And it sucks I've packed so much geometry into this end over here because, like, we're probably not going to see it much. Unless I flip it, which is possible, but, like, why? Okay, if we go like this, let's start doing the fun game. To get a good estimate what I want. In fact, I'm sure that's the best way of going about it. What if I just guesstimated? It's probably going to speed things up just a little bit. Oh, I could do it like this. Then how do we do this technique? Can we even do it here? I don't think we can. Yeah, we can't. Darn. It's not very useful here. Okay. I see, I see, I see, I see, I see. I think this is as close as we're ever going to get to witchcraft. Sure, you could be cool and say science is witchcraft, and I agree, but like this still feels pretty arcane to me. I've kind of gotten the rhythm though. How to do this rather quickly. Oh, fuck. Okay, this is our. That was half, fourth, 16th, 8th. Oh. And it looks like that's pretty square, so we would need to like divide this by 2, which means we move the VPN even further. I kind of screwed myself by picking such a long object. Because if I double check this, okay, it's not as off as I thought. It's still off, but it's not as bad. Let's see, if we move the VP further away, that would move the intersection lower, right? For every midpoint. So we'll move it, the VP to here, and call it that, and see what happens. We'll run track there. So measuring to this VP will kind of suck. I didn't even see where it is, where the intersection is. Oh wow, it does intersect with the main one though. Where at? This actually kind of works because we're not going to be, oh no, it doesn't actually that much. So yeah, it's 11 inches basically. From bottom. So this one was 16 and a half. I wish I had like a little wrist thing to keep my ruler and my pin on, you know? That'd be fun. Like a little like tool band belt thing. Instead I do this little silly dance. I would put it like, I could do this, I guess. It's gonna fall. Buddy. What's up? Oof. This is pretty off. It says earn buddy and leaves. Enjoy your shower, Mr. Spice. Yeah. It's a very long object, and it's not even foreshortened enough. Ah, fuck. Why is my shit glitching so much right now? Maybe I actually need a... I'm watching you, YouTube. Yeah, what the heck? But that's what you get when you draw an object with a 1 to 15 ratio. It's not really a better way to cut it. Come on, man. That's what I said about these pens being a little bit finicky at times. Ready? It pains me how this box isn't even correct. What's a guy got to do? I know TS Block is watching, and I don't want to upset him any more than I have. He deserves better. He deserves a better streamer. This is for TS Block. Oh, internet's bugging a little bit. I apologize, everybody. Lots of technical difficulties on this stream. Wouldn't be a Kavel Straws dream, though, without it. I'm starting to think like maybe my camera glitches out whenever I bump it or something. I have no clue, though. I haven't been bumping it to my knowledge. I did put my... It happened when I put my arm down a little bit, but see, like, trying to see what's causing it. Oh, God. It is so violent as well. I gotta catch the frames of whenever that happens. No, I should have checked that direction as well. Oh, please converge. Uh-oh. This could be bad. Oh, damn, my squeaky-ass chair. It's not even squeaky, it's like cracking. Big belly Kavel's cracking his chair. That's generally good enough. We have a box, everybody. It's a very strange one. It's the strangest box we've done for lesson 6 yet. We've truly drawn a box today. Oh goodness. But we're gonna rock with it. It's gonna be interesting. I say we do the dulls now and then come back and we start projecting the planes onto this. Let's talk about what we want to do before we kind of lose our focus. We lose our train of thought. So where do I want to start? I want to get all the major lines that we need on the top plane, because the top plane gets to be plotted normally. And I'd be happy if we finish the top plane this stream. Then after that, we need to start worrying about that front plane and what gets projected onto the back one. Thankfully, we have a really good plotted VP as planned, so that helps us out. I'm actually going to start subdividing this here. Actually, like, what are we going to do? Because I just want to see how our ratios fared. Probably not very good, but it's off by maybe a factor of 2, which is going to really suck. What are we going to do, though? Redo the whole thing? Yeah, probably not. Okay, let's do some dulls. We're going to do 3-minute ad break. You guys know the drill. Do some dulls, then we're going to come back and finish the top lane. So be right back, everybody. Alrighty, we're back. Let's get that timer out of here. Dles time. Let's do an exclamation point marker for the Dles. I should probably name it the Dles anyways. Let's chill out. Kind of have a slow run today. I'd be very happy. I saw the word Lobo42 in chat. I'm like, holy crap, Lobo's back. Dopamine spike. We got fashion house, clothing style. I may be screwed for today. Style building? Okay. Everyone's gonna put like freaking brutalism or something. Brand, style brand. Okay. Italian clothing, Italian building, Italian brand, and then expensive clothing, expensive building, and expensive brand. Here we go. So it doesn't actually have to be, I don't think, like super expensive, right? We can kind of just, it's pricey, it's expensive to make. It could even be like expensive clothing. What if we did like Qing Dynasty robes? There we go, the Hanfu. Well, no, okay, that's going to be a little bit more difficult, though. We want, like, a specific... Let's do this. Is it expensive? It's judging. I really like how it's kind of, there we go, we got obscure. That's what you want to see. I really like when it's, like, really debating in its head. For building, Italian building. If Puras is still here, I would love to hear any suggestions from Puras for an obscure Italian building. We're going to go over here, though. To the there's the I mean this I'm not sure how obscure this would be, but it's the one in Florence. It's where the that one huge family originally set up shop or something. We'll put that on the side for now. Expensive building, the line. Expensive building. Is there? Oh, I have an idea. Style building. No. Oh, it's my favorite brutalist building of all time that was destroyed. Whatever it means, particular building or something generic. Anything, really. Like an Italian who's it's like any combination of the two words, right? It's pretty up there. So yeah, the one I'm thinking of, this is my favorite building of all time, is the Burroughs Welcome Building. Let me make sure I'm spelling it right. The Elian Hitchings Building, my bad. A beautiful work of brutalist architecture. There we go. Niche, I'll take it, whatever. Basically, as long as there's a Wikipedia article and can be described generally by those two words, you got it. Or an Italian brand as well. But it could be like a brand, like it just says brand, but like think about like branding an animal. That is an option. Clothing style. Was that one Ludwig short where it was like he's giving like dark academia. Would this work? Does it accept Italian names? If it has a Wikipedia article, probably, yeah. And yeah, with deep cut, that's okay though. We're at a score of 13 so far. That's not too shabby. Italian clothing, building, and brand. Quite lost probably on. Style and brand. There's that one shit ass company who ceased and Basilica. The sun. I don't know how to Vital. Is it Vital or is like? Do you pronounce the e at the end? We'll toss that in here. San Vital. Niche. Ooh, good stuff, beer ass. Thank you, thank you. We love it. Let's see, Italian clothing. All I remember is just the shorts that I had to wear. What if we went really niche and like, what's a very niche garment that the Pope has to wear? Trigonum. This could be crazy. Italian clothing. It's technically in Italy. The papal tiara. This could be crazy. Oh, another niche. We'd love to see it. We're still in the silver category though. We may not make it. Italian brand. Let's see. Building expensive. What can we do here? I was in Singapore. They're known for that. But I feel like doing like the Marina Bay Sands stuff is kind of a cop out. Um I know I could probably do because it does have a Wikipedia article about it, the engineering building at my university, but I'm not doxing myself for that. That would be niche. Just that's, a little bit too close to home. Expensive brand? Style brand. There's Uniqlo, but I wouldn't consider that niche, right? Oh, there's a dove outside my window. It just tried to eat a leaf, and the leaf is stuck on its beak. Okay, good job, buddy. Wonderful work. Pinko or Moschino? I'm gonna try the Moschino one. I'm not sure. Once again, Italian fashion house. Let's do it. Oh, another niche. Wonderful, wonderful PRS. Well, we could also just do Pinko, right? Because it's a style and a brand. Oh, political insult for someone sympathetic to communism. Interesting. Let's do Pinko. It's style, it's fashion, and it's obscure. PRS is carrying today. Expensive building, expensive brand. I'm trying to think of the architect. Brutalist architect, new apartment blocks for Massachusetts. Rudolph? Yes, Rudolph, I believe. Paul Rudolph? Let's see if it was him. Yes, it was him. I think. It was. Yes! Aha! You get some cool stuff like this. Oh, wait, what is this article? Paul Rudolph was an architectural. Now he's a cautionary tale. Uh-oh. Interesting. They had some really cool designs. I'll throw this one up on here. This is a favorite of mine and is what really got me into brutalism. Brutalist architecture. Everybody look at this. This is Paul Rudolph. A planned line of apartments. It's an apartment highway, effectively, or just like a living space highway. It's ridiculous, right? But like I love the scale of it. I love it in concept, right? It's very interesting. It's just, man, that's some hostile looking architecture from above, or even just outside. Very cool stuff. What was this building going to be? Let's just do Rudolph Hall. Nice, nice. Another obscure. Now, expensive brand. Let's do Luxottica. That was... Oh, okay. We did pretty freaking good here. We brought the average down a little bit, I think. Goth subculture? Of course, freaking internet people instantly go, oh, goth. Alrighty, let's continue. Good stuff. Let's see. Is this For Honor? Probably not. Yeah, definitely not. Okay. Is this totally accurate battle sim? Probably not. I don't know. I feel like Tabs would just have like a really like epic looking title thing, but not actually be like that. What the fuck is going on? Madden, but medieval. Is there like a medieval Madden or something? No, okay. Really no clue what's going on with this one. This looks fun. Almost gives like Warcraft vibes with this guy, but I have no idea. Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl 2. It was Blood Bowl 2, everybody. I had a feeling. This looks crazy. I love it. Dwarfs versus Skaven. Holy. This looks fun as hell. I love the background design as well. Very chaotic. All that good stuff. Okay. What do we got here? Looks like a gun firing. Can we get a little bit more? Uncharted 4. Please. It looks like he could be older here. Nope, it was Uncharted 4. Okay. It was not a gun firing. It's whenever he crashes and they only added that section of the game with all the mud and stuff to flex on how good they were at like all the mud and stuff. And hey, we're here for it. Let's see. This gives Cyberpunk, but we're going to continue. Is this oh my god, the stealing cock. What's his name? Oh my god, why can't I think of from Cyberpunk? Fucking, I should have known by the cigarette. Freaking critical ass character. Keanu Reeves plays him. Johnny Silverhand. There we go. Breezy. Heck yes. Okay, I should have noticed by that. That was okay, here we go. Invasion, Power Grid, Mech Squads, Alien Insects. Let's go Helldivers just for shits and giggles. Nope. Friendly Fire, Reactor Cores, Volcanic Hive, Pilot Upgrades. We could do some Deep Rock. I don't think it is. Deep Rock. That's a movie coming out. Nope, okay. Roguelike runs, blocking spawns, pushing enemies, timeline resets. That timeline resets one is kind of throwing me off, so we're going to continue. Open upgrades, emerging enemies, civilian buildings, sacrificing mechs. Not really sure about this one. Mission objectives, randomize islands, perfect information. Perfect information's interesting. Roguelike runs, this is My Copunk. It's giving me My Copunk vibes. My Copunk isn't even on here. Copunk? Okay, nope. Okay. We're too niche. Time traveling pilots. 8x8 battlefields. Visible enemy attacks. Enemies attack each other. No clue. I'm hitting skip. We got Into the Breach. I should have known that, but I've only heard of Into the Breach. I've never partaken in it. Grass Sim. Ooh, I've played this game. I've not played this game. Oof. You got me lost here, man. I would put like Dragon Quest, so I'm just gonna put a Dragon Quest and hope that we're somewhere here. It was Blue Dragon. Okay, we're halfway there with the word. Let's do some 4x3. Climate, AI, mood, Episcopal, sea, meteors, rally, atmosphere, loose. Okay, climate, meteors, sea, and atmosphere. Rally, Episcopal, loose, mood. Wow, I have no idea where to start here. Climate, AI, artificial intelligence, part of a region is the climate, the atmosphere, and the sea. Meteors hit the earth. The climate, the mood, and the atmosphere. There we go. I would say sea, atmosphere. Okay, maybe it's not. Climate. Hear me out. Existential threats. I had a feeling. Okay. Sea, rally, and sea. Why is sea, climate, and loose called my brain? Climate, activism, sea activism, rally, loose, climate activism, sea activism, rally, things that you can rally. Something political climate, political rally, political C, political C. Okay. Let's go political rally, political loose. Okay. Well, here we go. In a word for friend. Don't know where we're going with that, but let's get the 90-second bonus. C change, loose change. I see. Well, we survived today, and that's what matters. Let's continue. I don't feel like playing the coolers today, so we'll continue once again. How many pairs of shoes are produced worldwide each line? Helloing, TS Block. How are you doing? I hope you're well. You missed the games. Did you miss Game Duel? You did. But that means you get to do it yourself and report back in. If you want. I'm not sure if that's your thing. We probably could have used your help. Have you ever heard of the game Blue Dragon by any chance? Oh, I gave away one of the answers. My apologies. I probably shouldn't have done that. Okay. Well, okay, there we go. So you wouldn't have guessed it otherwise. I'll hold off on the spoilers. But TS Block, I must ask, how many pairs of shoes are produced worldwide each year? Do we think all 8 billion people get, not necessarily get new shoes, of course, but enough are made, right? To cover those 8 billion people. Because I feel like we're not too many orders of magnitude off if we say 8 billion. But I would actually wager there's even more being made. I would even wager there's 20 billion being made. What are your thoughts on this, my friend? And while you answer, I'm going to double check that nothing exploded. Cheeseblock doesn't have an answer for this, and that's okay. Because I'm just going to type 20 billion in here. And we're going to be pretty... 10 billions? Let's go 20 billions. I'll raise you. I'll raise you a double. Because that seems to almost be the fucking answer. Holy moly. We're getting there. I feel like this was pretty good for the mentals today. If you couldn't tell, Cheeseblock, I'm quite tired. But that's okay. I see the number 222 everywhere. Oh. Chicken and chips, that's okay, but like these are like scrumples of chicken compared to this. The Jockey Whopper Burger for 10 pounds, 3 burgers, 3 bacon, 3 sausage, 3 cheese. I wouldn't eat this in real life. I'm more likely to eat this one, but the fact that my mouth is watering as I speak about this one, yeah. That's also a promo pick. It's not going to actually look like that. The Full Monty versus the chorizo. Oof. Chorizo sandwich with a beer seems like it goes quite hard, but we have to remember, we're eating with the picky eaters today. They're not going to pick that shit. They don't understand. Something going on in there. What's the orange? Versus this hot dog that really just doesn't look too good. So we're going to click on the hot dog, or the burger. Okay, here's where I start messing up. Just kidding. Okay. Cheese should never be that orange. We're going to go over here for the promo pick. Of course, it wins. Let's see. We got the chicken tender basket with some roast potatoes. Doesn't sound too bad, but it is $11. This was at St. Paul, New Mexico, Minnesota. Or the pepperoni pizza with a beer. Pepperoni with the pizza does go hard, but are the picky eaters going to go right? This is a tough one, guys. We're neck and neck. The one on the right doesn't have a beer, but I'm not sure if the average scranner is a beer person. What is this little icon? What is this? Oh, okay. I feel like you're playing blind here. I feel like these statistics do matter, but not to the average scranner. They just see this. Let's go over here. Wow, soul reading. I didn't think that pizza looked too nasty. Okay, we got the Tinian stack, or Taining stack. Or the holy fuck pork rib pie. Ooh. I'm gonna go over here. However, now the fact that it's called the holy fuck pork rib pie, I can't hate. I'm gonna do the stray dogs. Just because it's got a lot of saturation. I feel like the quick-handed amongst the. Ooh, fuck. Steak and chips for 2. That looks so damn good. The saturation isn't doing it justice. I bet it isn't as rare as this. But we're still going over here. That's a pretty obvious winner, in my opinion. Maybe some ketchup on the side for those fries. We got a cheese pizza slice, and holy crap, it is cheese, verifiably, or pie in a pint. We're going to go with the cheese. 9 out of 10. Can we hit 10 out of 10 today? We're going to get a ice cream sandwich with peanuts. Interesting. Or, I've heard of these. Shredded chicken and a fried batter. Let's click over here and not land it today. 9 out of 10, but we beat the community average. We're a professional scranner. That's what you want to hear. Oof, okay. Interesting. 200. Is this the 200th cuddle? Oh, 28? 280th cuddle? Who knows? The axis of symmetry here is questionable, but I feel like this is just the way to go. It was not. But hey, we landed in the 47th area. I feel like that we belong there. PewDiePie or Meth. Guys, it's been a minute. Do we think Meth mogs PewDiePie? I think Meth may mog PewDiePie. Never mind. Okay. Terrible take. Oh my god. Those statistics cannot be real. Let's go for FedEx, please. Thank you. Jimmy Butler. I don't know who you are, Jimmy Butler, but I'm sadly going to click on FedEx just because 11 million is quite a lot for the Google searches category. And sadly, Rick and Morty. Don't make me click this. Don't make me click this. Is that Matt Pat? That looks like Matt Pat's outfit underneath it. Novak. I don't know. I have a strange inclination to click him. And I think that was exactly what we needed. That's 5 out of 5. Let's continue. Spotify streams. The Killers. Or Chopin. Let's go with the Killers, please, for 36 million. Not too shabby. Diplo, he's pretty, so we're gonna click on that. There we go. The pretty person rule always wins. Sorry. Oh god. Okay, man. What's with the dual PewDiePie today? What are we doing? Carrie Underwood versus PewDiePie. Wow, only 10 million. Lady Gaga, let's get those numbers up, please. Another 5 out of 5. You don't get this too often. But we may be mogged here with movie ratings. 40. Okay, Forrest Gump versus Transformers. I think we have a clear winner here. No disrespect to a modern Transformers. Air Force One also crazy high. Only 6.6. Okay, maybe it's not as good as I thought it was. Life of Brian. This better not be lower. Thank you. Okay. Indiana Jones. Do we think that beats? And this is The Last Crusade. This is pretty good. This is a classic of all time. Yeah, it has to be like an 8.2. Oh my gosh, okay, I'm sorry, High School Musical. Guys, go rewatch High School Musical. It's not as good as you remember it was. Maybe it wasn't ever, maybe you never thought it was that crazy, but damn, it's rough. Damn, 300 million? How do we know it's his? Illinois-shaped cornflake. I would be very upset if it's more than $300,000. Because, like, I feel like I need to start searching through stuff. Hey, oh, hi. Hello, Saturn. I feel like the oh, hi implies that you didn't expect me to be here, but guess what? The streamer is streaming. Are you ending stream soon? I don't think so. I think we're going to return to the box and do some more of the orthos. I can end it if you want, if you really want me to. I understand how you feel about these streams. Holland Solo's blaster or Abraham Lincoln's gloves. This is concerning because I may lose this. Whew, but we made it out, guys. This could be the first 25 out of 25. Let's lock the hell in. Rooms in the Buckingham Palace or islands in the Philippines. I would click this if I didn't know that there's about 2,000 islands. Okay, no, it's way more. Okay, that's 8,000 almost. That's pretty impressive. Free throw Shaquille O'Neal missed in his career. I don't think it was 700. I just threw away our 25 out of 25. I just threw away our 24 out of 25. It's all happening here, guys. It's all happening here. It's all happening here. That just shot the mental. We were supposed to go back and draw for Saturn. And we just shot the mental. What the hell? Oh, that's a horrible feeling. Let's just chill and talk here for a second, guys. Oh, man. Oh, and I didn't mean to say Saturn. I meant to say... well, I wanted to keep streaming, but we just completely lost. We completely threw on more or less. It's the trivia section. It killed me, man. What are we doing? Here we go. Okay. Let's get back to it. What if I went... Boom, over here. Just kidding. We're going back here for a second because I need to steal my OBS and place it right here. Now you guys are over here. How are you guys doing? How's your morning going so far? TS Block, I hope you're well. You did come in the midst of the Dles, so I apologize if I was a little bit lost. Lesson 6. There we go. Cool. Guys, we markered. we're almost good about markering this stream, and I take that with some pride. It's kind of meh. Are you a coffee person, TS Block? I feel like we've talked about this before, but I forgot and I apologize. Okay, this overthrow we need to lock the hell in. It's very easy for me to mess this up. I was, but I stopped when I take ADHD meds. Ah, that makes a lot of sense. Have you replaced it with anything, or are you just kind of raw dog in the world without a morning bevy? Only water people, I look up to them so much. I feel like a diseased, disgusting little individual when I see people who are only water drinkers. I feel like that, you know, I don't believe in the alpha mogging, face looks maxing, whatever bullshit, but like water people, they earned it. I can't say anything to them. I am genuinely curious how I ended up in such a calm mood today. Maybe I'm too tired to care about things because the mentals have been shot for the past 2 days, I think. Which is a very Gen Z coded way of saying I haven't been feeling my best, both mentally and physically. And yeah, here we are. Alrighty, I'm gonna go to bed. I finished a chameleon drawing for lesson 5. Now it's time for the hybrid animal. Let's go. I can't wait to see your hybrid PRS. This could be so fun. Thank you for joining us tonight. There's our halfway marker, everybody. You love to see it. Now here's where things get very, very interesting, because we're going to be kind of constructing it from upside down, but let's get our list of what we need to do today on this. Damn, he's already on the last page of lesson 5. Hell yes. Don't get it twisted. If you use me as your litmus for speed, note that you will be very much impressed by how fast everyone else is compared to me, right? Because I'd say Pure S has had a pretty stable I'm going to call it totally prototypical because the sample size for lesson 5 is actually quite small, I'd say, relative to like the amount of people you see go through lesson 1. Oh, I forgot to do this. Oops. Dude, I keep FNAF glitching. This is awful. Oh, yeah, TS Block. I was thinking, do you want the ability to exclamation point marker for your own needs or things? Like if you ever have a moment where you want to clip something, like you could just type exclamation point marker for your own purposes. Or I could even make like a custom command for you if you wanted. Nah, okay. Easy, easy. TS Block, I found a really cool robot artist today. And I'm not saying that just because you're the robot guy, but I think there are very specific reasons as to why you would like this artist. But then I looked at some of their other art and it was really sus. It was really kind of like, ugh. I can still sit if you want. What is glitching? What is that? I'm going back in the VOD. Give me a second. Wait, that's pissing me off. It's gonna happen here. Yeah, okay, it happened right there. Rewind. What is popping up? It's just like splitting my screen in half and reverting. Interesting. DM me the artist? Okay. Yeah, just be careful. Some of their stuff is a little bit weird, and I'm not totally supportive of it. Let me find it again. It just gave me a weird vibe, some of the things I was seeing. I didn't see too much. I know they do explicit art as well. I didn't look into that either. Which account was I on when I was looking it up? Let's see. Scroll, scroll, scroll. I'm gonna be so upset if I lost it. Found them. I will DM you their Twitter and then the image that I found that brought me to them. Let me actually scroll through their Twitter now. Oh my god, all of it is content warninged. This is absurd. Well, this is your warning, TS Block, of the person that I'm about to send to you. This is... Let me just click on this one. You guys can't see my screen, right? Okay, yeah. Wait, that isn't bad. Okay, that's bad. That's pretty bad as well. This is... Yeah, maybe not. TS Block, maybe not. I don't really like the direction that this guy's going. Let me... Actually, okay. Wait, maybe I'm being proven wrong. Regardless, I'll send... Yeah, okay. Well, just know my... Okay, wait, this is crazy. Okay, wait, their blue sky's so much cooler. Wait, what? We were missing out on this? Okay, yeah. This is pretty epic. Blue sky. And then where's the one I'm looking for? Give it to me. Give it to me. How far will you make me scroll to find the image? Because I found it off of Pinterest and then reverse image searched it to find. What the frick? This is turning out to be a lot more work than I expected. We're almost there. I can feel it. This feels like the kind of time in their life where they would draw the thing that I found. Whatever. I just grab it from here. I can't find the post that encouraged this one, but there you go. Cool, cool. Now I'm going to close Discord again. How do you close Discord? Is there like a exit Discord button? I guess I'll just close it like this. Cool, cool. Let's continue. So, this isn't the page I want. Where's the other one? There we go. That's what you want to see. Nice. What we can do. Fucker. That's scary. Epic sauce. Let me know your thoughts on the artist TS Block. Okay, so now we need the 3/4. We can do that. This will require a lot of focus. Oh wait, no, we need to do the I have seen it before. Huge. They seem like they're very much up your alley in some regards. Actually, I'm gonna do it the more neurotic way because this is like one of the most important lines that we draw. It's a little bit off, but you can barely tell. It's actually kind of insane how off it is by a little bit. How small that number is. Cool. Now we can make the 3/4. This is where the both easy and hard part come in. Easy part being it's very easy to plot. Hard part being it is very difficult to keep track of what you're doing. Because like you can plot a line and be like, okay, but then okay, like do I need to actually draw it? Do I need to execute that line? Oopsies. Darn. That's 3/4. I'm trying to retrain myself to think before I make every single stroke. Jisma, yo! I hope you're well. I hope the wedding was fun and enjoyable as all weddings definitely are. How's it going? There goes our focus. Okay. Do we have our hot mandel of today? 3/4. So now our next one will be 5/8, but we are 7/8, but we don't plot it. We just want to mark it. It was a lovely day. I had to leave early because I'm working tomorrow, sadly. Ugh, sorry to hear. I hope, though, that you have the weekend off, that you have a job, you have an occupation where your weekends are free, because that means tomorrow's Friday, and oh my god, it means you have a good Friday coming. Hope you managed to have a calm stream. I like the subtle implication there that it's no longer the case. Yeah, we have. I'm actually very tired. Not feeling my best generally speaking. So it has been kind of like a forcibly quieter stream. Which I'm okay with. I'm actually quite happy it worked out this way. Then again, it's not like you guys hold me against my will and I'm like forced to have an energetic stream. Like I feel like you guys pretty knowingly or unknowingly match the vibe. So remember, guys, we are not plotting this. We are only, or we're not drawing the full line. We're just plotting it, I guess. So opposite of what I said. That's nice. Oh, that was scary. So this is 3/4, or sorry, half, 3/4. This is our 7/8. So now we just subdivide 3 more times for the 15/16, the 31/34 seconds, and the 63/64. Breezy. I've never had an easier task in my life. Make sure I don't want to draw a line here. There we go. It does suck that this is so far down the way of everything. There we go. T-Spluck, I'm sorry for hounding you. We have been relatively empty for commentary. What are you going to get up to today? Okay, that's the wrong one. This is the one we want. Yes, yes, yes. Skippity bum bum. Probably more drawbox. Heck yes. How is all that going? You feeling like you're going along smoothly, or as smooth as you can in Drawbox? There was our 15/16. It looks like we're gonna get pretty small over here. Worryingly so. Because of the demos. Oof. Don't let them convince you. That's exactly what happened to me, TS Block. I'm not sure if you've watched how much of my Lesson 5 stuff you've watched. The wolf demo ruined me mentally. Because it validated all of my fears of drawing animals, which is we have these preconceived notions of what an animal should look like. So any minor discrepancy, like our animal primate brains will instantly pick up, right? That's not entirely true though. So for one point, but two, it's just because it's kind of like lesson 2. You're drinking from a water hose, a fire hose, straight to the informal demos. I'm gonna be real with you, TS Block. Okay, I'm not gonna say like you should, but I really, really like those because you don't have to do all the demos, right? They do provide you with like, some training wheels, but yeah, I like them so much more than the original demos because like you don't even follow some of the rules in the originals. And Ghost Recon got an update. We got to hop on. Like, I want to, Spice. I want to, but let's be real. Every time I play Ghost Recon, what it turns into is all of us going nonverbal and like rating one place. One of us doesn't want to go quiet. One of us does go quiet. So someone ends up getting downed in the facility. And so it becomes a game of trying to get them undowned without dying yourself. But I'm kind of down. I'm not totally opposed. Yeah, but that's funny. Exactly, yeah. We'll see. I'm definitely, sadly, not in a state to play games or really do much of anything. Kavel, you're literally streaming right now. Yeah. I'm at like 2 HP, bro. Also consider shitballs. Shitballs. I'm out of the suit. I can finally breathe. I both love and hate the feeling of getting out of like a suit or like nicer clothes because you're out of it and it feels great, but like you still feel like icky crap. Like, I need a shower. I need a shower as soon as possible. Freaking get me into like normal ass clothes, some like dry, clean socks. Let's double check what we're gonna do. This is 1/2, 3/4, 7/8, 5/16, 31 30 seconds. Epic sauce. And then one more subdivision. We can do it, guys. I'm gonna take a sip of water. Oh my goodness gracious. Woo. I don't want to touch it or catch it. It's like a knife in a kitchen, right? Never there. A falling knife has no handle. I feel like if I try to swat at this while it's falling, I'll dent it or something. And so you just kind of, it's God's plan. Picks incoming to Discord unless you don't endorse them of what? The suit? That is totally fine, I guess. My only rule kind of when it comes to life pictures, just be cognizant of, you know, if you're taking pictures of yourself, that you're not like doxing yourself or others or anything like that. That's kind of the only thing. And of course, there's nothing like explicit, but I don't think that needs to be said. Depending on the suit. Depending on the suit. If you're wearing some, why can I not remember their name? They're like the male dancers in the US. And I don't have Discord open on my PC right now, so I'll check those out later. What are they called? Who knows? Yeah, I'm just I'm naked just to tie. When you show up to the wedding and try to steal all the attention from the bride. And I'm holding a note with my full address. And I'm also like holding like weapons of mass destruction or something. Like shit that would like also piss Discord off. You're gonna be like, Kavel, why didn't you just make all the 3 dots and then execute the lines? Because if one line was off, then I would need to adjust the other. So I like to minimize that from happening. Now, does it really matter? Are we working so small that it's a who cares type beat? Yeah. Oh, fuck. Why is that one so different than what we've done so far? Like, it's so much more foreshortened over there. I couldn't have accidentally done the 16.5 for that, could I? Damn, it really looks like I did. Kavel, you're a chud. Positive self-talk, damn it. Kavel, you are, you make mistakes sometimes, but it's forgivable. In the grand scheme of things. So we'll average out the error here at 16.7 or 16.75. Oh my gosh, okay, but maybe we need some washi tape. Maybe. Just kidding, I'm too weak apparently to rip the washi tape. I go to the gym for nothing. I look like such a dork in the gym. This gym actually has, I talked about, oh yeah, I did mention it yesterday how like the gym has mirrors and I'm not used to working out in the part of the gym with mirrors. My old one, only the free weight area had mirrors and I didn't go over there. You must check what I've DM'd you. I swear to God, if it's a call for me to get onto a video game, I'm gonna be pissed off. Hello Blockbeam lol. I hope you are doing well. Discord's actually closed on my PC because earlier this stream block, I was having a whole rant about how I've involved myself in too many communities, and I'm getting way too many DMs, and it's actually like every day I wake up, I feel overwhelmed because there's like N plus messages that I'm not used to of varying context degrees of importance, and I don't feel like, you know, while I try to be a socialite in the real world, you don't necessarily have to deal with that, right? Like when you go home, your friends' issues are your friends' issues. And of course you can concern yourself with them, but at the end of the day, like you have a level of separation for them. And so I've learned that I'm never helping or being this friendly again in my life. Let's see the message. Okay, that's really good. That's pretty damn good. Blockbeam sent me a tweet. I know when my boyfriend is gaming because my pet camera will send me a bark detection notif whenever he shouts. I thought of you. That's pretty good. That brought up the mental. Thank you very much, Blockbeam. You came in here and I was like, I swear to God, if you're asking me to play a game, I came in. I treated you negatively, and you only came here only bearing gifts. That was a failure on my part. If you, yes, the tweet. Don't you dare give us money. I'm gonna be pissed off. Then you're gonna ruin the mental. You brought the mental up. Let's stay where we are. This is a delicate game. Oh my fucking! I don't even know who that. Wait, I do know who Chaotic Maze is. I do know who they are. Thank you. Gifted a total of 5 subs on the channel. Thank you very much, Block. You are seriously way too kind in that regard. Thank you. Thank you. Reminds me when I was hiking with my friend and her dog. Merlin Bird app detected her yelling at the dog as a common raven. That is really good. That is really good, Gizmo. Are you a bird watcher perchance? I remember you bringing up Merlin because I was like, I actually use Merlin too. Are you a big bird enjoyer in that regard? Is this the same hike that you sent the pictures of the other day? I'm a novice twitcher. Is that what they're called? A twitcher? I'm not sure if I like that one. Yes, that was the same hike. Ah, I really like those pictures. They were very pretty. Okay, I just glitched out again though, so oh yeah, sorry. My gym has mirrors. I'm not used to mirrors, so I have to look at myself, and like the other day I like turned and saw myself in the mirror and I flinched. Probably not because I'm oh, I'm so ugly. No, no, no. But like I just didn't expect a person there. And then what was it today? There was like something. I was just like so self-conscious about how goofy I looked doing calisthenics movements, and I guess I was never privy to it beforehand. I have okay form, just yeah. Twitchers are bird watchers. You are a twitcher. I don't like it still. Is this more slang, like British slang, rather than American slang? Or maybe I'm just not enough of a bird head to know. Okay, what is this? This should be. Who are you? That's 3/4. Who is this then? 27:30 seconds. 27:30 seconds is close to 28:30 seconds, which divided by 4 is 7/8. So we don't plot the 7/8, but we put we need the 16ths right here, which means that's 13/16. Did I plot it right there as well? I did. And then we go in. Cool. So now we need to go in between right here. We're not going to draw this line. We're just going to plot it. This is 13/16. Yes. Skippity bum bum. It's apparently British. Holy moly. That makes sense. That makes me feel a bit vindicated for not knowing that. Twitcher is now added to my list of British slang that kind of bothers me a little bit. The other one being veg. I really just it bothers me. It feels like it's something I shouldn't be saying. Which, you know what? I'm not British, so I shouldn't be saying. There's that more Aussie thing. I feel like I've heard. As in vegetables, yes. I could be conflating that to Aussies instead of the UK. You guys don't say veg? We do not. We say vegetables or veggies. Veggies is like a lot more common. Okay, guys, remember we are not executing this line. We are only plotting it. We also don't call our trash can wheelie bins, but I feel totally comfortable calling them wheelie bins. And in fact, I feel like that's a little bit more joy and whimsy in my life that I'm comfortable with. Aluminium. Wasn't the dude who originally named it aluminum? He was like, it's not aluminium. What are you doing? It's kind of like the whole GIF thing where it's like, but that's the thing. I vehemently disagree with the GIF guy. Just because you named it doesn't mean I have to call it that. Like, I'm not gonna say freaking what's his name's cat. I'm gonna say what's his name's cat. What's his name? Eldritch horror dude. Like I'm like like no, I'm not calling his cat by his name. My bad. Why can I not? HP Lovecraft. There we go. So that's 7/8. Then we get 13/16. Then we get 27. 30 seconds. We're goaded. My face cam's in the way. My apologies, but you can imagine. Imagine with me, if you will. Oh god, but I lost it. It's that one, right? I'm pretty sure. Whenever I rotate the page, my like the gestalt part of my brain explodes. Sorry, I'm getting close to the mic. I hope you guys are doing well. Kavel ASMR for today. Kavel mukbang, however it's pronounced. I really don't see the appeal in any of that, and my OCD ass actually gets pretty like freaking bothered by and not the good kind of bothered about ASMR. Like it actually like makes me kind of have like a visceral reaction. I love ASMR. I can't do it. I can't. The only ASMR that I'll accept, like I don't have a visceral reaction for, is the keyboard because like that is engineered. I like light triggers mainly. Is that part of the vocab from the in group? I don't know. I don't know how any of that works, given my predisposition for not liking it. Um, I'm assuming that's like lighter noises, like visual. Interesting. So you're over there freaking like blasting light in your face. I've never heard of this. Torches, etc. Like oh, so maybe like do you fall asleep with I keep like that? Do you like that visual trigger? Do you fall asleep with like fireplace on your TV? I know that's like a very strange. I like I could almost understand that. Um do you or is it like quite literally and I'm sorry for likening you to like I don't know, those videos of like cats like staring at screens or like sensory. Like, do you watch sensory videos? Are we Coco Melon stands here? No, like eye exams when you shine forces. When they shine forces in your face. That kind of movement example. I've actually only had one eye exam ever. Or no, sorry, eye exam for glasses. When it comes to eye exams on checkups, I've never seen that. They just kind of like stand at the end of the hall and read off the letters, and then I like get all of them wrong on purpose, and then they smack me. That's only happened once. I'll find you a good example of what I like. Please, I'm actually quite interested. This could unlock like a whole new era of my life. Okay, that's 3/4. The next one on the list is 11/16, which is let's see, that's close to 5/8. So we need to plot but not draw the 5/8. Oh no, we do draw the 5/8. Interesting. Okay. I trust. I like this music. There's like a little I fuck with it heavy. I showed my sister Glorp shit yesterday, or just Glorp, I guess. And she did not think it was as funny as I did, which was a bit upsetting because Glorp's pretty freaking cool. Because this is 3/8 and we are plotting 3/8. Because we have it listed right there. And how could past Kavel ever be wrong? Why am I rotating it the whole time? I can just keep it here. Okay. It's just going to be a little bit weird. So that's 5/8. So now we need the 11/16, which is this away. So 5/8, 11/16 is greater than 5/8. We're not going to execute this line. We're just going to put a dot in the center. Blockbeam lol, if you're still here, once again, thank you for that gift sub. I feel like I didn't put enough focus on that. You are giving money to us to, I mean, sadly, okay, not sadly, I guess, but like the gift subs are going to people who haven't visited for a long time. But hey, maybe they come back. Maybe they're like, holy crap, I received a gift sub. Maybe I should check out Kavel_draws again. And then we have a returning viewer, and maybe even they could draw with us, and it'd be awesome. Then we want the 41/64, which comes after 42/64 divided by 2. That's 24/32. 41/64. 24/32. Wait. That should be 22/32. Okay. Yeah. How did I get 24? Interesting. Oh, because I put it up to 42. But that gives us 21. How does that make sense? Because otherwise it should be, if it's 22/32, shouldn't it be 21/32 right there instead? Yes. Okay, yes. I was tripping off the beat, kind of. Okay, so I'm going to rotate this just for the sake of remaining consistent, not my brain exploding. So yeah, if we want the 41/64, so we're going to go to here to the 5/8. We're going to divide in half once. And we're going to plot this line, not execute it. I know that's like a weird verbiage for it, but like saying it out loud prevents me from making the wrong marks, as we kind of discussed yesterday. Ooh, TS Block. I've been meaning to ask this because I want to ask this to Bear. What was your favorite art that you did? The one that you think you're most proud of or brings the most joy when you think about it. There's the 41/64. And if I'm hounding you with questions and you'd rather me shut up while you work, that is totally valid as well. This one. Slice of Life. Let me see. Which one would that be? Would that be... Trying to remember. Is that the fishing one? Don't tell me. I'm trying to go through all of your art that you drew for Art Fight in my head. There's also the gaming one. So I feel like the gaming one could also be named Slice of Life. Let's see. It was the fishing one. Yay, that one is pretty freaking insane. God, the way you did the water on that one is just ridiculous. Next freaking level, dude. Thank you for also including the link. That made my life a lot easier. Okay, there was the 41/64 epic sauce. Let's go into the... So we don't need to plot 11/16, but we do need it for the 19/32. No, that's not even 11/16, could it? Because 11/16 is right here. So like, how could that exist? But we do need the 19/32, which means we're right next to 9/16. Yeah. So we need to mark 9/16, but not plot it. So our 5/8 should be right here, right? Because that's our 3/4. Yep, 5/8. This is going to be 9/16. And then we do the 32nd right next to that. Okay, we're going to mark it, not execute it. I remember, I don't know why this came into my head. I think just the recent talk of lesson 5 and speed. Lesson 5 was the first time I had a really, really bad mental withdrawal box other than lesson 2. Because I just kind of sat, and I was grinding, right? Let's not forget how much I was grinding, but I really did just kind of sit there and watch everyone pass me for varying reasons. And even as a person who has been slower for whatever reasons in his life, right, than others, seeing everyone just kind of walk past me was such a horrible feeling. That did eventually encourage me to stop grinding, right, and to change my methods, which was good, but it still did hurt at the end of the day. And even some stray comments from individuals here and there about my speed that weren't constructive in the slightest, but more so geared towards just making me feel rough for being slow. Which is very much the difference between like a constructive criticism and otherwise. Who was me? Who hurt you? Who am I fighting? I will not name names, sadly. But it did help me it did help me change my mentality at the end of the day. Not necessarily the poor criticism. In fact, it made me change my mentality in the sense of being a little bit more defensive, but not in like a bad way, right? Defensive in the sense of like being able to defend myself. Not in the sense of defending my grinding. The grinding should not be defended, but what's up, Saturn? Do you sing at all? I do not sing. And I know you're trying to get a clip of me to sing to include it with your ink figure singing video. Tell me I'm wrong. Let's see, that was 11/16, which goes to no. That was 9/16, 18. So it goes to 19/32, which we'll execute here. And then we go back because we also want the 17/32 right next to it. Why not? Because I don't sing. I do not have a singing voice, sadly. I do draw from time to time. (35/64) is close to 36/64. Who are you? My brain can barely do this math because we're almost at the end of the top plane. Yeah, 17 times 2 plus 1 is 35. So we're going to be in here. Not here. That was almost bad. Nice, nice. Saturn's over here treating us like my singing monsters. Okay, Kavel, now do an A flat. Don't ask me if that key actually exists. Nice. Now we need to do the 1/4 over here so we can get the 3/8, and then we're rocking. Why is the content warning for you live? Has that always been there? I forgot to re-enable it. So usually we have it for but then I turned it off for the Make-A-Wish streams because I didn't plan to need one. But generally, because I don't want like a kid showing up and I'm talking about why I take fiber, right? So that's like why we have that warning there. Once again, it's kind of me setting expectations and forgetting to toggle it. Okay, 3/8 is slightly above 1/4. That's also why we have the 18 plus in the stream title. But I do appreciate the more explicit content warning that those things have. Oh goodness. Well, it can fall all at once. Nice. I was thinking, what did you do? Yeah, Twitch has me like, they're like, hey, watch out for this guy. This guy's a known issue on the platform. Problematic streamer alert. Alrighty, guys. I think. Also, like, I'm pretty sure my sister turned the AC off or something, and I need to go, like, blow her up with my mind in Minecraft. So I'm gonna go do that. But for now, everybody, we have done the beginning of the construction for our box. And I'd say that's pretty damn good. Look at that. Epic sauce. So we're gonna end it here. Good 2.5 hour stream-ish. We will be starting the more difficult stuff tomorrow. Once again, I'm tired. I probably won't cancel stream tomorrow. I just need to like make tonight a me night. May not be on Discord as much or really anything. Kind of become one with the trees, become a pen or something. But yes, thank you very much for joining, Gizma. I once again, I hope today was awesome. And you said it was. I can't wait to check out those pictures. Go touch grass. Yes, wonderful plan. Thank you very much for joining TS Block Saturn. Who else did we have today? Blockbeam Lol, thank you for your prime sub. Spice. We had Piras. And of course Riptide. Cannot operate without our friend Riptide. I think that was everybody. So once again, thank you all, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.